Imagine two giants. One was Julius Caesar, a man of dazzling ambition, a military genius. The other was Pompey the Great, Rome's most celebrated general. They were once allies, even friends. But Rome wasn't big enough for both. Their story is one of power, betrayal, a clash that shook the Republic. The stage for this drama? The Roman Republic, 1st century BC. It was a time of great upheaval. Powerful generals rose. Their armies were loyal to them, not the state. Political factions fought bitterly. Violence flared in the streets of Rome itself. Corruption was everywhere. The gap between rich and poor grew wider. The Senate was losing its grip. This instability created a dangerous power vacuum. Caesar and Pompey would provide the spark, igniting a fire. Pompey was older, already established. His military victories in the east were legendary. Then there was Caesar, charismatic, brilliant, and incredibly hungry for glory. Their paths would cross, first as allies, then as the bitterest of foes. Two colossal figures, set on a collision course with destiny itself. In this chaotic political landscape, even powerful men needed friends. Caesar returned from Spain, seeking consulship and a triumph. Pompey wanted land for his veterans, and his eastern deals approved. Crassus, Rome's richest man, sought influence and a military command. The Senate blocked their path, so they made a plan. Around 60 BC, these three giants decided to pool their resources. This informal alliance became known as the First Triumvirate. Caesar brought his sharp political mind and popular support. Pompey contributed his immense military prestige. Crassus provided his vast wealth. Together, they could bypass the Senate. For a while, the triumvirate worked well, but this alliance of ambition was always fragile. Each man was driven by his own burning self-interest. The cracks would soon appear. The first major blow to the triumvirate was a personal tragedy. In 54 BC, Julia died in childbirth. Her death severed a crucial personal link between Caesar and Pompey. Without her, the political alliance grew colder. The following year, 53 BC, brought another disaster. Marcus Licinius Crassus met a gruesome end in Parthia. His death changed everything. Now only Caesar and Pompey remained. With Crassus gone and Julia dead, the balance of power shifted. Rome was descending further into chaos. Gang violence paralyzed the city. In this crisis, the Senate turned to Pompey. In 52 BC, he was made sole consul. This gave him immense power. Pompey drifted closer to the Senate's conservative faction. Meanwhile, Julius Caesar was busy in Gaul. For nearly a decade, he fought brilliant campaigns. His victories brought immense wealth and legions of loyal soldiers. His book, The Gallic Wars, cemented his image as a military genius. But his success made him dangerous in the eyes of his enemies in Rome. They feared he was becoming too powerful. His army was fiercely loyal to him personally, a major threat to the Senate. Section 4. The die is cast, from Rubicon to civil war. Caesar's command in Gaul was ending. Political tension in Rome boiled over. His enemies in the Senate, now with Pompey, wanted him gone. They demanded he disband his legions and return to Rome as a private citizen. Caesar knew this was a trap. He tried to negotiate, but his opponents were unyielding. The Senate issued an ultimatum: lay down his command or be declared an enemy of the state. The deadline was January 49 BC. Caesar faced a stark choice: submit or defy the Senate. He marched his loyal 13th Legion to the Rubicon River. On the night of January 10, 49 BC, Caesar made his fateful decision. Alea iacta est. The die is cast. He led his legion across the Rubicon into Italy towards Rome. This single act was an open declaration of war. News of his crossing sent shockwaves through Rome. Caesar's advance south was incredibly swift. Italian towns opened their gates to him. Pompey, caught off guard, fled east to Greece. The civil war had begun. Section 5. The final act in Rome's transformation. The Roman world was now split in two. Caesar quickly consolidated his control over Italy, then Spain. Next he turned his attention to Pompey and Greece. The decisive battle took place on the plains of Pharsalus in 48 BC. Pompey had the larger army, but Caesar was a master tactician. In a hard-fought engagement, Caesar's genius shone. Pompey's forces were routed. Pompey fled to Egypt hoping for refuge, but the Egyptians betrayed him. He was murdered on the beach. His head and signet ring were presented to Caesar. Caesar was reportedly horrified by Pompey's death. With Pompey dead, Caesar was the undisputed master of the Roman world. Pockets of resistance continued, but the war was over. Caesar returned to Rome, victor in a war against his own people. He was made dictator for life. The old republic was dead, its institutions broken. Caesar's victory paved the way for the Roman Empire. Rome and the world would never be the same.